All right, everybody, welcome back to Chapter 2.0 of Cyberpunk Red, run by yours truly, Bo. I'm part of Blades and Blasters. Name of the campaign is Cyberpunk After Dark. And with us tonight, we have a full house. Walter Peck and Rogue will be joining us later, but we have Tet, and we have Slip, and we have Zypher. And we're going to get rocking. There we go. Everybody should see that. Chapter 2. Itoh Tamiko leans back in his chair. He does have a nice view from his office in the Arasaka building. Of course, it's not a high corner office. It's more of a middle-of-the-road office with a view inland towards the Badlands where the lights of Night City fail and the harshness of the world after the red begins. He has some niceties, though. He sits back and puffs on a cigar. It's labeled Jamaican Royale. Coughs and rings up a contact. Grease. Time for biz, he says to himself. Smoke rings float about his head like hazy halos. This is Grease, his contact answers. Grease is in the back of a conversion van known as the Purple Pleasure. Yo! What's up, Tamiko? Same shit, Grease, Tamiko replies. He meters his language for the streets, not for Arasaka corridors and boardrooms. I hollowed out a new place for biz, he says. His gaze strays towards the east where the light fades. It's an abandoned joint east of the city. Easy to separate myself from the corp if anything hairy goes down. May use it for cover for a while. Lots of jobs lined up. What's this one you got? Word is that Militech is having internal troubles. This wouldn't have anything to do with that, would it? Shit, Tamiko, Grease says. You know I gots to keep that shit on the DL. Alls I know is you may find yourself moving on up to one of those corner offices soon. I'm talking Preem Soft that runs some new surface-to-air missile tech. Okay, says Tamiko. Like I said before, I'm interested. But can I trust these guys? I mean, they are double dealers, right? Aren't we all? Answers Grease. He's swirling some sort of amber liqueur in a coupe. Listen, if it makes you any more comfortable, I won't take my cut from you until the deal goes through. Sound reasonable? I can't argue with that, says Tamiko. I'm sending you the deets of my new digs now. It's in the Badlands. Cops cleared out the place a month ago. Bunch of gonk dealers that strayed too far. I got it. says Grease. We'll be better off soon, you and me. I'll get this over to my man Lolo. Maybe some more deals in the future? Let's deal up this one first, answers Tamiko. He hangs up. He looks to his left. A woman is there, his sister. Well, he says, we are moving up. If this deal goes through, we can think about that new apartment. His sister smiles. She's an attractive Asian woman with perfect skin and lines on her face where her cyberware is slotted in. Let's make this happen. As the scene fades from that mid-level office in the Arasaka building, we move into another part of Night City, into a apartment room, colored shades of purple and pink, where we find one of our good friends, Switch. It's been a few days since she was discharged from the hospital, and she was no doubt patched up to the best of the doctors and technicians' ability. But just like all things in Night City, the end of one tale is the beginning of another. Switch, take it away.
Hold on a second.
Hopefully you can see that, everybody.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yep, I can see it.
At Pharmagenics, we care about your health. Please add $50 to your account and a virtual therapist customized for your needs will be with you shortly. With a frown, Switch adds the requested funds. She's in her bedroom, seated cross-legged on a futon-style chair, staring at a hollow screen on the wall opposite. Her blonde hair is twisted into a thick, hasty braid, and her long fingers tap anxiously on her knees. The screen brightens, and the image of a kindly, middle-aged woman appears. Hello, Sydney. It is nice to see you again. Switch smiles at the face. Yeah, nice to see you too. She pauses, and a lengthy silence fills the air. Eventually, the figure prompts Switch gently. Is there something bothering you, Sydney? Something you want to talk about? Switch looks down at her right arm, the inhibitor stress readout showing a slight brightening toward the high end. She breathes slowly and deliberately. The readout lowers. I think I did something bad. The therapist nods comfortingly. That's okay, Sydney. Everyone makes mistakes. Please, tell me about it and why it is making you feel out of balance. Switch stands up from the chair, pacing the floor of her bedroom in just a few athletic strides, arms folded across her chest. I went to the night market. Yes? By myself, to buy guns like I was supposed to. My, that sounds like fun. What went wrong? I saw a man come out of a Ripperdoc stall. He's looking down at his hand, and he had the most beautiful implant, all shiny and sharp. I knew I shouldn't, but I went inside just to ask about the cost, and it was on sale and everything. And now she holds up her right hand in front of her face and arcs her fingers into a C shape. Shiny, slightly transparent claws extend from nail beds with a satisfying Those look lovely, Sydney. What is wrong with them? Nothing. They're great. But I wasn't supposed to get them or any other mods because, my implant and my psycho issues and stuff. That stub is going to be pissed. Oh, I see. I know how much his approval means to you. He is your parental figure and the focus of your electrofixation. I don't know what that means, but anyway, I guess I should tell him, huh? I'm no good at keeping secrets from him. I think you already know the answer to that, Sydney. Switch glances over toward the bed. Posters of boy bands are taped to the wall between racks of military-grade weapons and ordnance. The single object on her bedside table, a blue hollow frame with an image of a S.W. Duger with his arms around the shoulders of a younger Switch, all long, skinny arms and big green eyes, smiling shyly and leaning into his side. The scars from having dozens of unnecessary, shit-quality, and in many cases infected implants removed are still visibly pink on her face, chest, and arms in that picture. Those scars had largely faded, but there were scars on her brain that tore giant holes in the landscape of her memories. I know, he's just going to be so disappointed in me. Switch's head droops. But when she raises it again, expecting a response, she is met by a blue screen with white writing. We at Pharmagenics care about your health. To continue this session, please deposit €50. Whatever. Switch mutters to herself and switches off the screen. Time to bite the bullet. She wipes stray blonde hairs behind her ears and heads to the door to the rest of the apartment.
Nice. That switch for you. So are you in a different apartment than SW, or are you in the same place?
Same place.
Same place?
Yeah, she lives with SW.
I'm just going to drag you on up. You walk out of your neon ray traced apartment with acid rain pitter-pattering at the window, reflecting all the neon shades from the street below. And what you find in the rest of SW's apartment is almost 180 degrees different. You see a lot of leather. You see a few wine bottles. You see what looks to be classical era statuettes, reproductions, no doubt, but still there. And his apartment faces the opposite direction towards the setting sun. And as you walk out, you see SW and Marcus Blazik in the department, no doubt discussing biz. I'll let you guys take it away.
Switch walks out of the room, a look of consternation on her face. She's running her fingers nervously through her hair, and she looks up and sees Marcus there, and her demeanor kind of stiffens a little. She straightens her posture and walks forward and kind of sits down in a chair, crossing one leg over the other. Oh, hey, I didn't know you were here.
Yeah, SW nods to Marcus. Oh, Sydney, how are you? I checked in on you at the hospital and you weren't quite ready to be released yet when I got out, so figured I would get on with things.
I got out earlier than they told me to. I just couldn't stay in there any longer. But I'm pretty much all healed up.
Well, you always need to take care of yourself, Sydney.
Mm-hmm. So, what's going on? Why is he here?
Oh, well, I've been making the deal for, well, I don't think I told you. Don't think I had the opportunity, actually. You know that, software that we helped Militech get back?
Oh yeah, you said something about that.
Yeah, well, I decided to make a copy of it. Figure we can score some good credits, stay on the DL, hand it over to Arasaka.
Her hand kind of goes unconsciously to the back of her skull where her neural implant is, kind of comes out underneath the nape of her neck. Are you sure that's a good idea? Wouldn't Militech be pissed if they found out?
Oh, Undoubtedly they would be pissed, but there's always other corps, Arasaka for instance. This is the game, and I've been riding on the DO for too long. It's time for me to make a splash, my dear.
She shrugs. Well, you know best. So what's this got to do with you, Blaze?
I'm here as always at the pleasure of SW. Most likely he wants me to be here to make sure that nobody fucks our deal up. You never know what kind of netter Arasaka might throw at us.
I guess that's a good idea. I know I'm not any good in that department. Well, what's the next step? I mean, what are we actually gonna do?
Well, Blaze here set us up with a fixer. And that fixer is setting up a meet. And then we can arrange details such as payment and the drop-off location, and then that'll be that.
A fixer, huh?
Yeah, Lolo.
And he's reliable?
Well, he's someone who doesn't really know us. That's the point. Disposable if need be.
Everybody's disposable if need be, she says.
Well,
And no one is reliable until they are. And then they're not. Just like Night City government.
alright, let's not get into all that right now. Sydney, you don't need to talk that way. You are definitely not disposable, and you need to have a better thought about yourself. We've talked about this.
Oh, yeah, I know. I didn't mean me. She just kind of looks over at Marcus.
Marcus looks around. Oh.
Oh, I didn't mean you either.
Well, Marcus is good for some humor. Marcus, why don't you tell her about your experience at the hospital?
Yes. Have you checked your nethers lately, Switch? You must. I had to check mine. Do you know that there is a whole cabal of people that steal other people's phalluses? You know why they do that? That's because the Mr. Stud creators, they want people to buy Mr. Stud. So, if you don't have yours on you, what would you do? You would go buy Mr. Stud. The hospital's in on it, the cops are in on it, the government's in on it, everybody's in on it.
She just
And-
kind of was looking from Marcus with wide eyes, looking over at SW, and then back to Marcus.
You see what I mean? This is
She-
entertainment you couldn't even pay for.
She pulls out, like, the hem of her pants and kind of looks down there and then looks back at Marcus. Oh my god, you're right. It's gone.
See? No one believes me. But wait, why would you need one?
She says, that was a joke.
Oh, no, you can't joke about these matters. That's what the government wants you to do. They want you to joke and they want you to take it lightly. And also, have you gone and checked your eyes in the mirror lately? Go check for it. How is your liver function doing? Do you know about the liver pate cartel?
My liver's good.
Mine isn't.
I'm-
And he takes a drink of whiskey. But no liver pate thieves in my life, just bourbon. You don't get to be 40 years old by drinking water alone, do ya?
You are 40?
It was my birthday the other day. Unfortunately, Sydney, you weren't here.
I know, I missed it.
That's
didn't-
why you did that special thing with that fishbowl and those dancers. Ah,
What?
Oh, we were just,
what?
we were blending in, meeting location. The Gentleman's Delight, don't know if you've heard of it.
Isn't it the place with the fart? And she looks over at S-Dub and then at Marcus.
It is.
Narrows her eyes.
When in Rome, they used to say.
Sounds disgusting. Not sad I missed it. But happy birthday anyway.
Thank you. Well, as they say, no need crying over spilled milk. So, how do you like Beaverville here, Marcus?
This place is good, but you do know that the government tracks you through this place, right? Like the moment you have an address, and then you have a mortgage, and then you pay your taxes, that's how they know where you live.
Yes,
that-
I
I
think
don't
it's
live
been
anywhere.
that way for a while.
Yes, but don't you get it? The world is the way it is because of that. You've got to be the digital nomad. You've got to be the physical nomad. Live nowhere, live everywhere at the same time.
Well,
How do
That
you...
way they don't know
Marcus,
who you are
this-
and where you live.
I hate to interrupt you. This apartment is actually not mine. It's fully furnished and paid for by Militech.
Yes, yes. But did you see all those security cameras as we came in and came out? It's all tied into the central server. It's all tied in. They know who you are. They know where you live. They know what you look like. Why do you think I put this hood on my face all the time?
I thought it was because you were ugly.
There's a reason for that. Facial recognition software runs through all those eyes up in the sky. You know they're looking for me, right? You know that.
Why would
And
they be
Marcus
looking
keeps
for
shaking
you?
his head. Because I've done some bad things and exposed some bad people. No one believes me though.
That makes sense.
What? That no one believes me? Or that I did some bad things
Yes.
to bad people?
The latter.
And you can see Marcus is kind of like, his face is a little stuck as if he's trying to process what the latter means with respect to what he said and what you're trying to imply.
exactly.
Yeah, you're right. And he kind of like, he doesn't know what it means, but he's like, yeah.
would SWC switch his hand?
Well, she doesn't have the claws out.
Okay, gotcha.
You do see her that she's kind of like putting her hand behind her back occasionally, like
Yeah, he wouldn't.
guiltily.
Yeah, he
but-
says, Sydney, my dear, how have you been the last few days? Feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm really good.
Have you visited your therapist?
Uh-huh.
And
She... Can I talk to you over here for a minute? She kind of points to another part of the room.
of course, stands up and kind of pushes his shirt down, creasing it, tucking it in a bit, and walks over. Yes,
She-
my dear.
Points at Marcus. Don't listen. This isn't any of your business.
No, I'm not listening to you. And you can see Marcus get up and starts like hugging the walls as he's kind of walking along the walls of it on the opposite side, and his ears to the wall. I'm listening to see if somebody else is listening to us.
So yeah, I picked up, and she kind of pulls down some glasses that she had on the top of her head, some smart glasses, and
They're
a targeting scope.
quite nice.
It's built in, yeah. And I got something else. I got these. And she holds up her right hand, and the claws come out. And she just kind of looks at his face, biting her lip.
He blinks for a second. He's like, "Oh, I see. Do you think that was wise?"
Well, I know why I'm sick. And I know that if I keep getting stuff that it's, that I won't be able to be normal anymore. But this is just a little one. And I just keep thinking about all the times we have to go places where I can't bring anything with me. And it makes me really nervous that someone's going to hurt you. And with these, and she kind of slips them back into the fingernail beds, they can't exactly take those.
Well, I understand your thought process and all, Sydney, but I care about you greatly. You're almost like a daughter to me, and I don't want to see you suffer from cyberpsychosis. It is a terrible way to go. I care more about your well-being than my own protection. I can handle myself.
I know you can, but
Not like you, I understand.
she just kind of shuffles her feet.
Duger, your agent's ringing.
Yeah, his secretary answers. This is the line for S.W. Duggar. How can I help you?
This is, Winston Rogers from Militech. Put me through to Duger. I'm not going to hold.
Do I know who that is?
Yeah, it's your boss.
Okay. Yeah, Duggar. Ah, Winston. How are you? He puts a hand up to switch like 1 second.
I don't know who Winston is. I'm Mr. Rogers. Mr. Duger. You will address me as such.
Oh yes, Mr. Rogers.
I'm just reviewing your preliminary statement of expenses for January here, and I am seeing that your partner, significant other, girlfriend, bodyguard is quite a bit arrears in her therapy bill. Militech is glad to pick up therapy for run-of-the-mill matters, but this is seemingly excessive. Duger, 500 eddies. I'm not going to pay it. I'm taking it out of your check.
Oh, well, I mean, she does play a very important role for Militech, sir.
Well, prove it. Perhaps we can think about bringing her on the payroll. Until then, the 500 eddies will be withdrawn from your next paycheck, Duger. Do you have any further questions?
Well, no. You can do that if you want. It's too bad. Gonna have to make it up somehow. Maybe I'll just, I don't know, invest around here.
That sounds like a good idea. I've heard good things about Tim Schlong's fights.
I've heard a lot about Tim Schlong as well.
And we'll speak with you again next month, Duger. Winston, Rogers out.
He just lets it go off and he rolls his eyes. Makes sure it's hung up and he says, "That man is a fucking cunt."
Yeah, he is a fucking cunt. What did he want?
Oh, nothing important. Just put it this way. I'm very glad to be fucking them over.
Well, if you're glad, then I'm glad. She looks over at Marcus. Are you making out with the wall? What's that?
It's supposed to be a knock at the door, but it's from a D&D game, so they have to make it recorded.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
go ahead and see who it
when
is,
the knock
Switch.
when the knock at the door happens, Marcus kind of jumps away from the wall. Is the wall talking to me? No. Oh, it's the door.
Someone's here. Go see who it is.
I'll go look. Switch walks over to the door.
If you look out there, it's Cuervo and Lolo.
It's some good-looking black dude and a guy with a milk mustache.
Oh, it's them. Come in. Get in here.
She opens the door, kind of looks them both up and down before standing aside to let them in.
This is Lolo and Cuervo. This is Switch.
Cuervo kind of walks in his, dark brown shearling coat and Ray-Ban sunglasses, and he takes them off, and he's just got like bloodshot eyes, and he looks like hammered shit. And he's like, kind of looks at Switch and looks at Duggar. You get a prostitute for your birthday or something?
I would be careful about what you say. No, Switch is not a prostitute.
I ain't no joy toy. She leans over, kind of squints at his face. You got something there on your lip. She kind of leans over and brushes it off, kind of rubs it between her fingers.
Oh, that's that's just my focus medication. I'm fine. Anybody got any aspirin in here? I know it's like throwing a teaspoon on a fucking house fire, but my head is pounding.
You can have some bourbon over there. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, that's about the same. Jesus Christ.
Lolo, how goes it? Heard from your man yet? Are you muted, Rogue?
That's a probably.
The only fixer that's tongue-tied.
He's a man of few words, my friends. Cuervo sits on a couch, kind of leans back, puts his glasses back on. It's fucking bright in here.
What are you complaining about?
Just stating facts. Can you, dim it down or something?
Of course I can. But I won't.
Oh. What's going on, Marcus? How's your cock?
Still in questionable condition. It has not risen, but then again, I have not given it an option or an occasion to rise to.
I didn't want a detailed answer. Thank you, though.
Check.
Yeah.
I hear you, Rogue.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Lolo comes in with his mirror shades on, and he kind of tips them down to look at Switch. And he just smiles and nods to Switch, and then looks over to SW, and he smiles really big. And he says, "What's up, Chumbas? How you doing today?"
Decent. You heard from your contact?
I did. All seemed to be going well. Out of character, Bo, when was that meeting at?
Yeah, in a couple days, so anytime, and he's going to call you with details.
Okay, yeah. I'm about to be getting the call anytime now, but the meeting's supposed to be in a couple of days. I hope that's okay with you.
Good things take a little time. Sure, the sooner the better we can get this off our hands, but hey, what are you gonna do? This could be a real score for us.
Indeed. Big money, big eddies. It's time to make some new friends and to make some good reputation, you know?
You can have the friends and the reputation, I'll just take the eddies. It's good to stay low when you're in my situation.
Lolo walks over and he looks out the window, kind of checks out the house and stuff. I think this is his first time being here, so yeah. He's investigating.
What do you think?
I like this. And who is this lovely lady?
Ah, this is my good friend Switch.
Yeah, she just kind of steps forward a little and nods.
Very
Yeah.
pleased to meet you.
You that fixer, I guess?
I
If
am
you-
at that.
Then what's he? And she kind of thumbs over at Cuervo.
Please excuse Cuervo. He's not feeling so well lately. He is my bodyguard.
Oh, come on, you know much more than that, Lolo.
And my best friend.
I would hate to see the rest of them if they look like this sack of shit.
I'm
Cuervo.
good when it counts, baby.
Oh, I am sure. You look like you could fight off quite a bunch of Borgs right now.
If memory serves, we did just fine when we met Marcus down at the little diner there just the other day.
I didn't know you had a run-in. Who was gunning for you, Marcus? He just assumes Marcus was the target.
Me? Nobody even knows I exist. Nobody can gun for me then. No. They were gunning for those two. As usual, they were up to some no good. What were you guys up to anyway? Why was Night City PD all over your ass?
Oh my god,
please
you
on
two.
a stick.
He like looks around, like a little nervous about bringing the whole the whole subject up.
Cuervo sits up quickly. No. It was a case of mistaken identity, is what it was. We just caught up in some disputes between the 5-0 and the murder machines.
Well, really running with a high clientele. It's good to see you've jumped all the way to the skyscraper here in Beaverville.
Well, it's a good thing my man Blase turns up. Just save the day, right? And he smiles over to Marcus.
And Marcus gives you like a finger gun salute, like, yeah, baby.
Uh-huh.
You sure you didn't bring any dirt when you stepped across our doorway? You wiped your feet?
Yeah, he pushes his shades back up and he says, "Yeah, we all good, my dear."
Better be.
Yeah, Switch. Lolo knows someone who knows someone at Arasaka. So Lolo is going to be our go-between to get the stuff that we have to someone else so that they don't know that it is us giving it to them. And then kind of Marcus trails off while he's trying to figure out how the different pieces fall in place. Anyway, SW can explain it to you.
Yeah, that's borderline it, I suppose.
But tell me, SW, if Militech finds out, then won't you lose this fine little place that you have over here?
Oh, I don't think it'll be a problem. I'll just defect to Arasaka. No big deal. Get another one.
But Arasaka won't know it is you who gave it to them because you are not at the exchange. And again, Marcus is very confused.
I'll make sure they know.
Do you want me to help you, to help them, to help you, to let them know it's you?
Maybe. We'll see. If I give you a ring and I tell you that's what I need, then that's what I need, and you'll be paid handsomely for it.
Please hold for Marcus Blazek.
I'm talking to you in person. You realize that, right?
That is true. It doesn't work in this meet space. And then Marcus kind of like toddles off to some corner again, trying to listen through the walls. You never know who's listening.
I was going to do it later, but since you brought up the dirt that Lolo and Cuervo could be in, we'll do this cutscene now. So the camera fades out of the Beat of a Real apartment, and you find yourself in a white fluorescent, highly illumined conference room. Several NCPD officers are in a brightly lit room. They sit around a hexagonal table, each more buttoned up than the next. The presenter, though, is virtual. It's streamed in from who the hell knows where. And what the fuck is this shit going on the street? The harsh face says from the screen. The others at least appear to be paying attention. I know that Night City is a fucking cesspool of depravity, but we gotta at least make an effort to appear to fight crime, boys. And this is murder. There's a long, uncomfortable, pregnant pause. What? None of you assholes have anything to say? Well, I bet now you do. A picture of a pretty girl with red tech hair appears on the screen. This is Natalie Emerson. She's Suzanne Emerson's daughter. Does that ring a bell? The cops all nod. Suzanne Emerson, aka Suze the Ripper, was one of the higher-powered CEOs in Night City. Not only does she head up Pancorp Limited, she sat on the board of All Foods and was a donor to most major political and law enforcement orgs at the local and other levels. She was the big fish in a big pond. Well, little Miss Dead Natalie fucking showed up on one of these brain dances. Yeah, she ran afoul of some jack-offs and was into the hard stuff. But she didn't deserve to get vivisected on brain dance. No one, well, hardly anyone deserves that. Another pause. And here's another lead. The pictures of Cuervo and Lolo from security footage of the fat cigar kind of pops up on the screen. This is a fixer by the name of Lolo. He hangs out with a solo, goes by Cuervo. Rough guys, both of them. There was an incident down at the Fat Cigar a few nights ago. They were meeting with Tony Two-Ton. Tony was KIA during the fighting, but these other two squirted out the back and they're at large. I want them found, and I want whatever sicko is putting these BDs on the streets either dead or behind bars. After the meeting, one of the officers steps into a hallway. He activates a hush noise suppression device and produces a burner phone from his utility belt. Yo, it's me. Yeah, we need to lay low for a while and be good cops. After mixing up with the murder machines and Militech, we're drawing too much heat. Yeah, Chum. Yeah, the eddies will be flowing again soon. Because they don't pay us shit. I'll let you know next time we can get involved and turn a profit. Yeah. Same here. Fuck the police. Later, man. That scene fades to black and we find ourselves again back in S.W. Duggar's Beaverville posh apartment. Lolo is sitting in one of the high-backed leather chairs when at one point his agent starts to ring.
Can you turn the volume up on that? That might be low.
Yeah, he'll pick it up and probably excuse himself, go to the bathroom or something.
Yo, Lolo. What's up, Chum?
What's up, Chumba?
Hey, it's Grease.
My man.
Yeah,
What you
man, you
got
got
for
a
me?
minute? I got biz for you, Lolo. Why else I been calling? It's been a couple days. I ain't gonna let you down, man.
That's good, that's good. Good, since you tried to take all my money the other night.
Hey, what are you talking about, Chum? I didn't try to take any eddies. This is a win-win situation. I get paid, you gets paid, my boy Itoh gets paid. and Arasaka are definitely going to get paid after all this shit's going down. But anyhow, I did speak with Itoh.
All right then. Where is the meat?
I'm going to send it to your agent directly. It's a bit east of town, though. I guess he's holed up with his sister somewhere in the Badlands. I guess he needs plausible deniability in corporate speak. Is that the way to put it?
You want to meet me in person?
There ain't no other way, man. In this biz, trust is all you got. You'll rep on the streets, you know what I mean? Anyhow, I've done business with Itoh before. He's a good guy. Yeah, I know he runs with Arasaka and he gets a paycheck from them, but your boy S.W. Duger, he's kind of like, Japanese mirror image of that guy. Works for Arasaka, but not really,
Yeah. Yeah, Duga. You heard about him? He's a good guy?
Yeah. Small time, but yeah. Trustworthy. At least, that's what I hear. Same thing with Itoh Tamiko. Now, I do say, he does jobs with his sister. She's a good one, too. Netrunner. You can trust her.
All right, then. I think we got a good netrunner, though, for my crew.
Ah, that's your crew. He's not going to come into this defenseless. But there ain't going to be no problems, at least for him. You have my word on that, Lolo. Now listen, you make sure this goes down without a hitch. I told Itoh Tamiko that I'm not even taking my cut until this deal is sealed. Skin in the game, my brother. You know what I mean? Skin in the game, motherfucker.
I hear you. All right, then. You send me the deeds, and we meet up. Thank you very much, Grease. You come through.
Yeah, man. Seal up this deal. We're going to be do business again real soon. I promise.
All right. See you later, Chumba.
Yeah, you hear he hangs up and you hear like clinking champagne bottles in the back of the Purple Pleasure and some reggae music playing, type of stuff that you like there, Lolo. So he hangs up the phone. And then in your agent, you see like a little mini map, kind of shows a little map of Night City, and then where Itoh Tamiko is supposed to have his hideout with his sister.
All right. So Lola will come out of the bathroom and says, "All right, I got the deeds. We meet up tonight." And looks over to Cuervo and nods his head.
Cuervo doesn't respond. It takes you a few moments to realize his head's tipped back slightly and he's most likely not awake.
Duggar says, "Why don't you get him out of here and have him take a nice nap before we have to go to this meet?"
It sounds like a good idea. Or maybe I get him some medicine for later.
What did he take while we were there? The Gentleman's Delight. He looks like hell.
The same thing I offered you that night.
Yes, I'm not into drugs. Just booze.
It's probably safer that way, Chumba.
You don't get to be 40 years old doing whatever he's doing.
Switch goes over to Cuervo and pinches his nose shut.
So you kind of... Jesus, what the fuck? You kind of... What? I'm awake.
You need to go. You need to go take a nap so that you're ready and so that you don't get SW killed tonight.
Ah, that's fucking genius. Wake me up from my nap to tell me to go take a nap. Yeah, I'll be ready. Don't worry.
Not here. This is not a flop house.
Kind of gives Switch a look. Okay. We'll be mosey on out and we'll be ready to roll tonight.
All right, let's get out of here. I see you all tonight then. And he looks over. See you later, Blazik.
Why don't you drop my friend Blaze off at his wherever he lives?
He doesn't live anywhere,
Oh, that's
and
right.
he lives everywhere.
That's-
so
He's a
just
digital nomad.
I think dropping him off anywhere or nowhere would be best.
Hey, Marcus, you want to hear something funny? Do you know what the great thing about sleeping with a homeless chick is? You can drop him off anywhere. And he just kind of like walks out the door.
That's true, actually. But they usually have diseases. So she's just kind
Yeah.
of talking to herself as he walks out the door.
And then Marcus looks to Switch. They also have standards.
Mm.
And he kind of does a finger gun salute back at her.
She takes a minute and then she smiles and finger guns back at him.
I hope you solve your penile issues there, Marcus. I'll see you later.
All right, boss man. And I don't need to be dropped. I know where I'm going. And only if I know where I'm going, then nobody else knows where I'm going, which means no one can track me. And with that, Marcus walks out.
Good, I don't have a car anyway when they're leaving.
Basically, the three of them ride down the elevator, go to the bus stop, wait for the bus.
Get off at different stops. Marcus gets off last, so you don't know where he gets off at.
Exactly. Even
He
though
just rides the bus all day long.
Yeah, exactly. Marcus just rides the bus all day long. He doesn't want anybody to know. Every time he's about to get off, he thinks that somebody in the bus has recognized him, so he doesn't get off. So, yeah, he just sits in the bus. True story.
As they leave, Switch turns to SW. What are you doing with these losers?
Disposable, like I said. I don't know about Cuervo. He seems like a run-of-the-mill solo. I don't trust any fixer, and Marcus might be so eccentric he does something stupid. Seems capable, though.
Well, I guess if you care about being careful, you don't get more careful when he's being. So, maybe that's good.
Except he's acting like a paranoid freak. And when somebody's looking for somebody doing something wrong, they look for paranoid freaks.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But, he holds up under torture. And she kind of like looks up like she's considering testing that.
We'll see how it goes. He kind of walks back over to his desk and sits down. You're sure you're okay after you got the implants?
Yeah, I mean, I was a little hyped up there for a while, but the inhibitor just kind of adjusted. I'm good.
I should probably check the readouts. He kind of waves her over.
Yeah, she holds out her arm. See, it's like within the green.
Barely. No more, okay?
Yeah, I promise, no more.
Alright. I don't want to see you get hurt.
I won't.
Well, I think we should probably scout this place out before we go and stick our necks in there. Unfortunately,
Yeah, that's true.
Unfortunately, we gotta do this by ourselves. No driver. We're going to have to take the bus.
She blinks at him. You're gonna take the bus?
No choice. Well,
Have you
I'll get a cab, I suppose. But a bus is very anonymous. Maybe it's a good idea.
I can't picture you on a bus.
Well, when you're getting old, sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do. Like colonoscopies, for instance.
Oh yeah, like that, she says, if she knows what that is.
Well, let's get going.
Okay. Alright, give me a minute. And she just kind of skips back to her room and starts... You hear the clatter of weapons and ordnance getting clipped and packed and loaded. And then the zip of a duffel bag.
Did you get my shoddy?
Oh, yeah, hold on. And she unzips and then you hear a little bit more of a clatter and then she zips it back up again.
Thank you.
No problem, boss.
Well, let's mix with the masses of Night City. Sure, it smells like piss.
It does. I'll check your hair for lice later.
That does not sound appealing at all. And he will head out the. He will go to the bus stop too. But he's gonna go to someplace nearby where the meat is, so they can just get dropped off and kind of watch. Trying to find a place to lay low and watch until it's time.
I'll have you and Switch scout that out here in a minute. In the meantime, Cuervo, Lolo, and Marcus. Let's do Cuervo and Lolo first. Where are you guys headed?
I don't know, Lolo, where are we going today? Somewhere dark and quiet.
Yeah. Someplace to get him to sleep, I guess, one of those coffin motels, or...
Gentleman's Delight again.
When it's time to go, I'll be ready. Don't worry.
Yeah, I've got his medication, if he needs any, so...
Oh, when it's go time, I'll sharpen up. Don't worry, that'll help out.
All right, man. You want to go get some sleep?
I think we'll get a little kibble. I'll fucking take a giant dump and then take about 4-hour nap. How's that sound, brother?
Sound good to me.
In that order, preferably.
Marcus?
It's on the bus still.
Marcus is just riding the bus.
He
really.
sees us get on.
Yeah, yeah.
So Marcus is riding the bus. Lolo and Cuervo go sack out for a while, get some shut-eye before Cuervo needs to pop back up and eat some nose candy before the mish. Okay, and so...
spinning his IP.
Yeah, so Duger and Switch then head on out on the bus to the Badlands outside the city. Let's see here, my stuff. Let's do someone lived. So, Duger and Switch wordlessly take the elevator down to the bottom of the Beaverville apartment. They walk out into the street and there's a bunch of cabs lined up out front. There's some Delamains and a few larger buses that look like rusty aluminum silver cans. One pulls up in front of you guys. The door kind of opens with that hiss, the bus doors open. There's a pock-faced man there with a conductor's hat on.
Just the two of you? Where ought to be? This line heads to the east.
Yes, just the two of us.
It kind of looks down at you two.
Ain't no hotels out there. Just nomads. Rough times, rough area. I mean, now you want to take your lady down to the exec zone or something?
Why are you being so interested? Yes, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Switch just sneers. She picks up the duffel bag and takes a step on and flashes, like a bus pass card. Mind your own
All right.
business.
Whatever you want. I'm just the driver. Hop in.
Yeah, I wouldn't be wearing my exact clothes either. Just so you know.
Yeah,
But yeah,
obviously.
He just doesn't say anything else.
You guys ride for about a half hour out of the night city, out of the cloud cover, and it seems as soon as you get outside the city limits, you see a few power plants with steam rising into the air. You see some industrial factories and plants and whatnot boiling these huge clouds of black smoke into the air, just belching it forth. And then once you get out of the city, it seems like almost the air gets a little cleaner, although the setting afternoon sun is quite hot. And the bus kind of rumbles down the road, and the smooth pavement of Night City is replaced by the pockmarked gravel and asphalt of out in the Badlands, nomad country. And you kind of go to the end of the line, and the bus kind of pulls in the last stop. There's a few look like ne'er-do-wells on the bus with you that kind of get off the bus and actually start walking back towards town, where you see a couple like shanty-looking apartment buildings, and then looking to the east is kind of like what you see in the picture here. Completely abandoned looking, broken trees, half of them dead, with some kind of communications equipment and that sort of thing that probably doesn't even work. You see a lot of the power lines in the area are down. They're not even hissing with electricity on the ground. It just seems to be completely dead, and you hear just the hissing of a wind through the trees. And as you get off the bus, for effect, a tumbleweed just doof, 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 kind of goes right across your right across the way.
Yeah, Duggar looks around and he steps off the bus. It kind of hisses as the hydraulics go off and the door opens, and he looks around and, it's almost peaceful out here in a certain way. So different from home. Don't you think?
Switch steps off, duffel bag in hand next to him, looks around, kind of breathes in the air. Smells different. I know I came from someplace like this before Maelstrom, but I don't remember any of it. None of this looks familiar. It's weird. I thought maybe it would.
You thought it would jog your memory.
She shrugs. I don't know. I mean, not really that. Just that I'd get a feeling, like, oh, I've been here before or something like that. Some deja vu, maybe. But it's all gone.
Well, I can tell you from experience that remembering your childhood trauma is not always for the best. It leads me to do probably rash decisions, like this one. Just for a little payback. And Eddie's, of course.
Well, we only live once, I guess. And she's still looking around. Where exactly are we? What are we scouting? What building are we supposed to be looking at?
I'm guessing
just
that I
this
have
little-
that
this-
information,
Yeah, but this little abandoned town. The information that Lolo got is that this is where Ito Tanaka, or whatever his name is holed up. And he's kind of made it his base of operations because it's completely abandoned. The police came through a month ago, and
Oh, there's nobody here at all.
no.
Are there any cars or anything here currently that we can see?
There are a couple like burned out cars.
Yeah, but nothing that's like somebody's here.
No.
I would try to find a good vantage point, maybe up by that radio tower even, if we can look out. Or actually, if nobody's here, we can just kind of start walking through the town.
Yeah.
Kind of search. So Duggar says, well, I guess we should just look around and see what's what. I don't think anybody's here. I don't see any cars. I'm pretty sure no Arasaka Corp took the bus. You see, my dear, it's what you'll do that the others won't. Remember that.
Try. I do think we'll hear anybody coming. It's so quiet.
It is. You know, a person could come out here and get lost. Just leave the world behind them. Almost envy that life.
Is that what you want?
I don't know. I'm getting old. Pretty soon I won't even be able to fucking walk. I'm 40 years old.
You're not old.
Hey now.
My dear, in this day and age, 40 is ancient. Unless you're some high-level corpo with all regenerative tissue and God knows what else. You'd have to ask Marcus what's possible. I'm sure he has some theories.
You're not going anywhere. I won't let you.
One day, my dear, we all go down. And I play some dangerous games. I don't know if I want you to get caught up in all that anymore. But we can talk about it after this.
She nods, happy to change the subject. Peeks through some begrimed windows as they're passing by buildings.
Yeah, he would help search the shanty town, looking for any signs of where the guy might be. Not currently, but where he usually sets up.
Can you guys give me both whatever it's perception or awareness? I think it's perception in this system.
Well, it's under awareness, put that way.
Yeah. It's
Gross.
yeah, need one of you. But both of you can see something. You guys both see what looks to be a dog that runs past. Neither one of you guys have even ever seen a dog. As you look closer, it looks to have like an extra leg kind of jutting out of its left flank, just dragging right along the ground as this thing trots down this abandoned road with the tumbleweeds blowing by. It kind of looks at you and barks, woof, woof, and just runs off.
What the fuck was that?
A dog.
Are you sure?
I
thought dogs had 4 legs.
Well, I think they usually do. Damn it, I don't know where this guy's usually holds up. I can't tell. We could get on a roof or something and just wait for people to show.
I was just more interested to know if he had something up his sleeve waiting for us. Ah, fuck it. Yeah, let's find some place to hide out. Maybe we'll hear them talking when they get here. And he, like, waves to one of the shanties. I guess in this one, it's fine.
You wouldn't see it in character, but you guys are all mature role players, so I can trust you not to make much of this. But kind of as you kind of head towards one of like the abandoned buildings, like behind the tower, there's like a drone, an air drone of some sort, not very big at all, probably as big as like a human torso, like comes up and suddenly goes on silent mode. You can barely hear the propellers, the rotors, as it kind of hovers up behind you and comes up 20 meters above your head, and camera zooms in as this multifocal lens just focuses on Switch, takes a bunch of pictures and kind of zooms over to Duger, and kind of falls down behind the building again. And since you failed your awareness, it just kind of follows you as you walk through the shanty town, kind of in somewhere, you don't know where, but somewhere we have it's not Greece, it's Itoh. There we go. Somewhere Itoh and Nikko are somewhere underground, maybe, who knows, maybe they're far away, but they're watching the feed of this drone. And Nikko says to her brother, I think we have visitors. And he kind of comes over to the monitor and looks in it and says, give me those virtuality goggles. And he kind of rips them off of Nico's head and looks at them, and there's two of them coming alone. He kind of looks down at his timepiece. They're about 4 hours early. The woman looks to her brother and says, what do we do, Tamiko? Nothing yet. They're just being cautious. Scouting out things, I think. Keep the drone on them. If they try any funny business, we'll know. In the meantime, we wait for the appointed time. We do this by the book, Nikko. And then we'll get that corner office. And the scene fades back to Duggar and Switch as they find some place that's abandoned. Let's say they go into an old gas station. They kind of walk inside. On the shelves, there's a bunch of empty gas cans. There looks to be a bunch of kibble and other just kind of power bar things, like expiration date, just like the infinity sign. And even if you pick them up, they're rock hard. They've been there for years, but there's just nothing around. You do see another animal scurrying around, which is just really weird. Don't read too much into it, just for flavor, but every once in a while, life out here in the Badlands finds a way to exist, even though it's just completely gone in Night City. And it's just eerily quiet. You don't hear much or see anything at all.
Yeah, Duggar just finds a place to sit on a barrel or something, kind of hoists himself up and grunts as he gets up there, kind of in a middle-aged kind of grunt, as we all know what that is. And I think I might retire, like I was talking about earlier.
What does that mean? What would you do?
Nothing, maybe. Just
what would I do?
A desk job or something. What do you want to do?
I like what I'm doing now.
You can protect me at my desk. I think that would be kind of boring.
She squirms and takes a bite of an ancient Slim Jim.
Oh, don't eat that. That's... Just kind of winces.
She just kind of chews deliberately.
Give me a resist drugs torture. Not not too hard though. It's going to be an easy one. It's going to be simple DV9.
All right.
It's disgusting. It's bad, but you have a stomach of iron, so you can roll how that thing goes.
I've had worse. Not a lot worse, but she kind of throws it out into the
When?
grass. Back in the day.
Yes.
Something that looks like a raccoon goes up to it. You notice like there's a milky haze over the raccoon's eyes, like it's blind. It sniffs at the food and just leaves it. Disappears again behind the counter.
How old is Switch?
She's probably in her, let's see, if you're 40, she's probably like 25.
And she's been with him for like 10 years? Is that what I heard you say earlier?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's been a long time. You're a grown woman.
What's your point? Are you getting tired of me?
No, not at all. But I figured you might want to find, I don't know, a husband, something like that. Instead of an old man creeping around all the time.
He laughs.
Some normalcy.
Well, it's not very normal for me.
It could be. If you stop getting implants. I've told you about that.
I told you why I'm not gonna do it again. Just,
What if you
can
do?
just
Then
edit it?
what?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it would be fine.
It would be fine
Maybe.
to be a crazy person out here in the Badlands, howling at the moon.
No, I'm just saying maybe I'm better.
That's not how it works.
She kind of kicks the dirt.
I don't want...
Well, you tell me what I'm gonna do.
I did what?
You tell me what I'm gonna do.
You're not going to get any more. That's what I told you before, and you did anyway. Of course, I wasn't going to scold you in front of those people. But here we are, in the middle of nowhere. I can't let you go back to what you were before. On the edge of psychosis. 14 years old on the streets. In a dog cage. Do you remember?
Her expression kind of closes up and she looks away from him. I remember most of it, yeah. Gibby. I remember. I don't want to go back.
Ah. So, you realize every time you do something like get an implant, that's one step closer to the maelstroms. You go crazy, cyberpsychosis, you'll run right back to them. You won't care.
I'm never going back there.
Well, if you get a whole bunch of more mods, you will. No matter what you think.
I won't, okay? I won't. And she just kind of stands up and starts pacing around. I'm gonna look around a little bit more.
Now you're acting like a child.
I'm not a child.
I know.
I'm not gonna do it anymore, okay? I won't get another one. I'm sorry.
Don't tell me you're sorry. It's your life. I just care about you, and I don't want to see you hurt.
I know. Can we please just focus on what we're doing?
Eating.
She looks down at her her readout, and like it's the green LED lights under her skin are starting to kind of creep into the yellow portion, sign that she's getting upset.
Fine. Don't take it out on me.
I'm not. Wouldn't.
I don't mean like that. I mean your frustrations.
Okay. Just give me a minute. I just need to take a beat.
Okay. He takes a cigar out and starts smoking it.
She takes a gun out of the bag and starts cleaning it and checking the barrel and counting ammunition and whatnot to distract herself.
Yeah, I think at this point we just can't wait.
Are you gonna hang out to the time?
Yeah.
All the art's gonna be daylit, by the way. Just FYI. You know,
So, out of character, right? Just want to make sure I understand the plan correctly. Where are the files? Does Marcus have them?
you have them, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
Yeah. I
he
mean,
says I have the files.
we haven't been real careful, like with exactly what we're gonna do, because, like, I think that was kind of. I think it's okay, like, or else I wouldn't have people come to my apartment. Blah blah blah. But
Right. You can't run. Yeah, you can't run a game and be like so realistic that it gets in the way of the story. But yeah,
so somebody has them on a disc.
so it has
Okay. Marcus having them is fine, not a problem.
on a floppy. It's on a
but-
floppy disk, 3.5
On a floppy
inch.
disk. Definitely after the medical experiments, it's definitely floppy right now, and that's what he's worried about. But
Let's get back to Marcus
all
on the
that
bus,
being-
eh?
Yeah.
Go back to
yeah.
Marcus on the bus.
Yep.
All right. Because I got a bus while they were talking.
Oh, nice.
I'll let you role-play your way in. And we can say even that Lolo and Cuervo are like about ready to get on the bus because you've just been driving it around. And they're about ready to get on with you. Up to you guys, but
Yeah.
role-play your way in, Mr. Blasick.
Yeah, so Marcus has been on this bus for about 6 hours right now, and the bus has been doing rounds of Night City. Every time he's about to get off, he feels like there is a set of eyes on him, like wet peaches, eyeing him up and down, trying to see into his soul, and he kind of stops himself from getting up and yanking the bus chain. So he sits back and keeps staring out of the window. Every time the bus goes past a corporate headquarters, Marcus is muttering to himself some conspiracy theory about how that particular corp is screwing the people over and driving Night City into the ground. He sees NCPD cruisers going by at high speed with lights flashing, and then he kind of shakes his hand at them, knowing that they are no good, no better than the people they're trying to police. Eventually kind of gets tired, he dozes off, but he wakes himself up again every 15-20 minutes. He's kind of getting borderline edgy at this point. The city keeps taking and taking. And these corpses, they will grind us to dust. Somebody needs to stand up. Somebody needs to show the world what they are. Prophets, death. And Marcus is like, his eyes are kind of rolled up to the ceiling of the bus and he's kind of twitching. And then he kind of shakes himself out of it when he looks at the time and he realizes that, he must get off in the next couple of stops to catch the next transit to the Badlands. In a little while, the bus does stop at the transit station. Marcus, knowing it's a transit station, and even if he gets off over here, he's just transiting to some random location, gets off with ease and without a worry, makes his way to the next bus stop in the transit station. There he sees Lolo and a hunched over Cuervo. Lolo!
Blazek! Yeah, Lolo comes in and slides in next to him. Big smile on his face.
You ready?
Of course, Chumba. Are you?
I'm always ready, man. And he kind of gives him the finger gun salute. But this is Big Eddie's. This is Big Eddie's, man. Big Eddie's.
Yes, indeed. This is a step up from selling BDs on the streets and slinging drugs. I'm tired of that shit, you know.
I know what you mean. And hey, now that he said in character, Bo, if I'm not mistaken, when we played the game in real life, if I'm not mistaken, Marcus did pick up a bunch of BDs off the cops that were guarding that Militech stuff, right?
Yes, he did. Emblazoned with a large M.
Yep. And when Lolo says that, Marcus tells him, well, you see those fucking cunts in those Night City PD cruisers? They were the ones who were guarding Militech data. They were the ones, I think, who had stolen it. When we took them out, one of them had a bunch of BDs on them. I have them with me, Lolo. You should check them out. Maybe you can make some good money off it.
He looks like surprised for a minute, you know, thinking about it, trying to connect the dots. And he says, yeah, Chumba. Let me check them out. Whatever I can get, you know. I could hook us both up.
Yeah. One can always do with Eddie's. And SW, man, you better watch out for him. He's got big ambitions. If we ride his coattails, we could make it big as well.
Yeah. He's been around a long time, you know. You sure we can trust him?
I don't trust anyone, Lolo, not even you. Actually, I don't even trust myself. That's why I have all this shit on me. You never know how the government programs us. Anything they feed us, they make us drink. And Marcus shakes his head and trails off.
I like to pretend that I don't trust anybody, but when you're a friend, you're okay with me. I do not fuck you over.
No, Lolo, you're getting it wrong. I know you won't fuck me over, but what if the government makes you fuck me over? Makes you fuck me over. And Marcus again is lost trying to figure out the right words to say because he can't keep his conspiracy straight.
He starts to get it and he nods and he's like, yeah, I see what you say.
Yeah, be careful, brother. They might make you fuck Marcus.
He had enough people fucking with his dick.
Government might be trying to get it to freaking turn on him.
They're controlling me, man. They're controlling me. I can feel it. You know, I didn't leave that bus I got on for the last 6 hours. There were eyes all around me, looking at me all the time.
You didn't have to piss, did you?
I did it on the side.
Are you getting enough water? You look dehydrated, man.
Well, maybe I'll find some water in the Badlands. There's no way the government goes out there to fuck with things. But then it's irradiated as fuck.
Badlands aren't that bad. My parents were reclaimers. It was a tough life, but I'm perfectly normal.
Marcus looks at him kind of with his head cocked. Maybe you're right.
You come from the Badlands?
Oh yeah. My parents, they were sick of that corp life and fucking rundown conditions of the big cities, so they set out on their own. They were nomads at first, but they found a town that they thought they could rebuild.
Ah. Entrepreneurs.
They just loved being left alone.
Ah, I see. I come from the islands, and me padre, he make big money, but he fuck it all up for all of us. All my brothers and sisters, we living in the street after he jack himself up with drugs, money, bitches, and cybernetics. He drive himself crazy. Too much.
Which one drove him crazy, the cybernetics or the bitches?
Probably all of them. He thinks about it for a minute, and like you can see it bothers him, so he like immediately changes the subject. He says, "We got to be careful out there, okay? You gonna be good, Cuervo?"
Yeah, when we get closer, I'll be ready. Don't you worry, buddy.
All right, you need something? Zing zing?
I wouldn't say no.
He hands him a packet.
I'll do that when we get there.
Taking it off the inventory.
You guys got a driver, or you gotta take the bus out?
I can drive, but I don't have a vehicle.
I think we might, is there a Johnny Cab or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take a cab out,
I mean,
guess.
I think let's take a bus to a point and then take a cab from there. One can never be too careful. What we're about to do here, I don't know if SW with his ways has alerted Militech spies.
Well, the good news is it's an emergency. If we need some wheels, or we get a hold of some wheels, I can drive it.
I'm sure somebody would be kind enough to oblige Lolo if he asked them nicely, if they would part with their wheels.
That's what I like to hear, brother.
But yeah, I don't know how this is going to go down. I understand, Lolo, that your friend set this up, but I don't know. I have a bad feeling. When stuck between two corpos, it's the people like us that get smashed.
That's why I'm here.
To
Yes.
get smashed?
Nah.
To do the smashing.
Smashing, my friend.
And he gives him the fist pump. and laughs. He says, "Oh, I need to get some more hardware, some more eddies, you know? And all of that stuff I tell you about my body,
Mm-hmm.
too much cybernetics. That's why I try to stay away from it so much, you know?
Trust me, when I got my speedwear, I still feel fucking wired and off sometimes, but I got therapy for that. As long as you don't go overboard, go crazy, go all borged out psycho."
Speaking of the therapy, you gonna be okay on this? And he taps his nose.
I'm sure if I'm not, you'll tell me.
You'd like it a little too much, I think.
If it's wrong to want to snort that off tits, I don't want to be right.
Now it does cost 20 eddies a day to be an addict.
That was
Well,
per...
for now-
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, for Lolo has a supply, but at some point, either Lolo wants to keep buying it for you, or you want to get it on your own.
Yeah, I think we've
Just,
been doing the transactions so far. Has any time passed between the last game?
2 days, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 days. So, it's something to think about in the future. But the three of you hop in a bus. You get in there, and the three of you are smashed in between a bunch of homeless people, basically. They all smell bad. They're uncomfortably close. A man turns to Cuervo with breath that smells like a mixture of cigarettes and coffee, with a side order of shit. He says, "Hey, can you move over? You're not giving me enough space on the seat. And I got arthritis." And he's like 400 pounds. He has a shirt on that's like a wife beater with a bunch of stains down the front. He has a half-eaten cigar hanging out of his mouth and long mutton chops. He just takes a big loogie and spits it on the floor in between your feet. Maybe that'll give you some motivation.
You're gonna back the fuck away from me, you putrid sack of shit, or I'm gonna rip that fucking throat out.
Hey, driver! This man back here is creating a disturbance.
You hear a mechanical voice says, "There will be no violence upon this vehicle."
Lolo's gonna move away from him as far as he can. Damn, June.
He just passes gas. Eventually, the bus reaches a stop outside Night City. There's a small bit of cabs out there, and you can grab one of those if you want to want to head out. It's going to cost somebody 20 eddies, though.
I got it.
All right, I'm going to subtract 20 from you.
Okay.
And okay, you guys role play what it looks like. You guys haven't heard from Switch or Duger yet, I guess. And as the light fades, you're heading towards out in the Badlands. There's nothing around. It's just arid desert, rock formations, shanty towns. Just outside of Night City, the shanty towns seem very much alive. As you pass, you can hear the smell of fried food, and you can hear music being played. And at one point, you even see like a campfire set in like a trash can with a guy playing a guitar, a flamenco style on it as you drive past. But eventually, you're out in just the middle of nowhere, reaching your destination.
As they kind of go out there, Cuervo looks at the shanty towns, the burned barrels, things, and it kind of makes him think of home and times past, friends lost, the family he once had, and finds himself even more irritated by the fat guy as that kind of creeps into his thoughts as he reminisces He eventually does move, not because of what the guy says, but he just keeps fantasizing about pulling out his knife and burying it in his throat to stop that damned wheezing and coughing. But he eventually settles in and waits.
Switch and Duger, you've spent the last 3 hours kind of holed up in that gas station without much going on at all. How's it feel? As like there's no air conditioning out there. It starts to get a little cooler as the sun goes down. But basically you're just surrounded by the occasional mutated raccoon or squirrel and nothing else much going on.
Yeah. Digger finally says, well, maybe I was wrong. It's hot as hell out here.
Starting to cool off a little bit. What time are the other supposed to be here?
I don't know. Hopefully they're not doing coke. That Cuervo's got an issue. Don't really trust a guy who's addicted to shit.
We give him a call.
I'll give him a call. Call Marcus. Actually, yeah, I'll call Lolo. And I'm guessing does he have his contact now? Like Lolo's number?
Yeah, I'd imagine you guys would all have each other's agents.
Yeah. Lolo, you get a call.
Marcus and he's like,
And it says SW Duggar on it.
Yeah, Lolo picks up. Chumba, we almost there.
Instead of Duggar, it's a feminine voice, like a secretary. Please hold for SW Duggar. Wait time will be 2 minutes.
Fuck.
Marcus looks at Lolo. He put you on hold, did he?
What that shit?
2 minutes later. Lolo. You on your way?
Yeah, we almost
Sorry, I was indisposed.
You out there in your nice car sitting there?
Oh no, I'm sweating my balls off. Not good for a 40-year-old. We've been here all day scoping it out. I don't see anything or anyone.
Good. I think we can trust this guy, though.
Well, maybe. Just being careful. I'm not necessarily even worried about him, but anyone else that's following us or doing something stupid. I hope you can trust your friend there, the Solo. Seems like he's got a real problem.
He looks over at Cuervo and he's like, he'd be okay. Real good if we need him for his specialty.
Not worried about that. I'm worried about someone that's compromised. Can be a liability, you know.
Yeah, I keep him well stocked with his medication.
Well, that's on you. Let's hope he doesn't turn into a problem, huh?
Just true. If he does, I'll get him the help he needs.
Alright. We're hanging out in a gas station. I saw a dog. It had 5 legs. Never seen a dog before. Anyway, get out here. Let's get this over with.
Alright, Shum. We almost there. 5 minutes out.
Yanks up.
As you hang up, Switch is kind of walking around the gas station, and as the sun starts to fade, sinking down behind Night City to the west, you can see just this radiant halo of orange and red sun as it starts to set, just highlighted by all the toxic fumes kind of coming out of Night City. And that's when, Switch, you hear a very low rumble. And you see kind of in the hills to the east, Switch, Duger's still kind of on the phone. He's about ready to hang up. And you see a bunch of like headlights heading in your direction. And you hear the sound of what sounds like a chopper just on the distance.
She kind of goes over to Duger as he's hanging up the phone and tugs on his arm. Hang up. Look. And she points over at the lights.
Looks up. It's not very inconspicuous.
No, it's not.
Is it a model of chopper that I would know? If it's a Militech chopper, I figured I would know it.
No, probably not. Probably not. No, it's hard to see in the light, but it almost looks patched together. And as that happens, another one appears. Like, so it's two choppers and like probably 3 or 4 just doom buggies just coming at you, just full speed. And that's when Lolo. That's when your agent rings again. You're a couple minutes out at this point.
Yeah, he picks it up.
Is this Lolo?
This is Lolo.
Ah, Kichiwa. This is Itoh Tamiko. We have a friend in common. His name is Grease.
And you can hear over the phone, you can hear the sound of a loud helicopter getting louder and louder.
How far are you out from the meeting place?
Is he still 5 or is he
Yeah, probably
3
couple
minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 minutes ETA.
I do not know what to say. It depends on what you want to do. It seems we have company. There are 2 helicopters circling overhead and dune buggies on the way in. There are also 2 agents of unknown origin above ground. I suggest you keep a distance. I think there is about to be a firefight.
You hear the sound of motors now. You can even hear men shouting.
Hey, come out, motherfuckers! Get the fuck out here, you Japanese fuck!
You can hear that too. Switch and Duger, like all these vehicles like park a little bit away from where this little shanty village is. You see a bunch of like in the fading light, a bunch of humanoid forms kind of getting out of the buggies as these 2 helicopters just circling overhead.
Where are they going
Who
towards?
is this?
They're circling right around where you guys are.
Is there an indication that they have seen us and are talking to us in any way?
No, they're yelling they're calling the Japanese fuck. So they might know Ito's there. I don't know.
Right.
That's all you're hearing.
So
You hear that? That's over like a loudspeaker, right? Coming down from the helicopter.
Yeah, Duggar puts a finger over his shoulder and kind of crouches down and gets his shotgun. It's kind of in his lap as he's just wait. They might not know we're here. Might be there for the Arasaka. Did you hear what he said?
She nods. Takes her heavy pistol and backs up against the front of the gas station where they're at. Flattens herself.
And the cab driver kind of looks back to Lolo. Everything okay, boss?
Is Itoh still on the phone with me?
Yeah, he's still on the phone.
You say
He's not saying much, but you can hear the guy shouting over the loudspeaker, and you can hear like the sound of voices shouting now.
he'll say, "Who is this heat, Itoh?"
I do not know. This place is completely abandoned. I have no clue. But we need to do this deal. If it's not going to be now, it needs to be soon. If I survive the night.
Duger, you see what? Yeah, just go. I'm gonna let you roleplay in a second. Duger, you see now one of the helicopters kind of lands briefly, and you see like somebody hop out, and it looks to have like a gun on him, and kind of joins the other, and then the bird kind of lifts off into the air again. There's 2 helicopters.
Do they look like nomads or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yep.
what he's. I don't think it's.
Both of you. Yeah, Switch and Duger can do streetwise or something that would like knowledge nomads or something, or if you have it.
I don't have knowledge nomads, but
Switch, I would give you a +2 because of your background.
Okay.
Fumble.
oh, whoops, wrong thing.
You want
She
that
doesn't
roll?
like to think about it.
Yeah, I would like that roll. No. Let's see.
Yeah.
Wait, where's Streetwise? What's that under? Awareness?
Cool.
Cool.
Or I'm sorry. It's under
Body? No, not a social.
social yet. 15. It's pretty good. That's a professional level. Yeah. So you don't know a ton about the nomad gangs, but in the course of your work, you've worked with some of them. And rumor is that there is a displaced gang all the way from the east coast of the U.S. out of Miami called Blood Nation. And you can see now, like, these helicopters are kind of hastily painted red with the insignias of this Blood Nation sign. They're like, a lot of them are ex-Cuban, Jamaican types that used to run drugs in Miami. And rumor is that they actually fortified Disney World for a while until the powers that be in Florida kicked them out of Disney World. Now they've been making their way across the United States, claiming territory.
Yeah.
And that's when you guys can hear, you can hear over the phone, Lolo, and Duger
What?
and Switch, you can hear as well. You hear somebody with a loudspeaker say again,
Itoh! You Japanese fuck! I know you're in there! Come out and maybe I'll let you and your sweet little sister live. Rumor is that you and your Arasaka thugs killed my little brother. Come the fuck out. You're gonna face judgment, Blood Nation style.
and as that happens, Duger and Switch, you can see kind of from the middle of this little town, something pops out of the ground and it swivels, and you can hear explosion, and then something that sounds like a rocket launcher just, and it hits one of the helicopters. One of the helicopters in the night, as the sun fades, turns into a giant fireball and like falls down behind some hills, like several hundred meters away from the town you're in. Giant fireball. And then you hear another voice, this time Japanese over loudspeaker, says,
You come and get what you think is yours because it never was. Your brother was a fool and a snitch and got what was coming to him.
and that rocket launcher swivels again and shoots again, but it misses. And then you hear this automatic fire, like this chain gun coming down from the helicopter, and it just blows up like right near where this rocket launcher came from the ground. And you hear the screaming voice of a woman.
Ah! Tamiko! My arm!
Lolo, you're about ready to pull up. At this point, kind of looking up in the sky, your cab driver is being like, "What the fuck? I'm not into this." Your cab driver just fishtails your cabs and stops, maybe like 50 yards away from like where this is all happening, and says,
Get the fuck out of my cab if this is what you're bringing me into.
Yeah, he'll bail out and grab his gun too, probably his SMG. No, he'll pull out his heavy pistol, very heavy pistol, and say, "Let's go back up, Itoh."
"Yeah, Tamiko, you can hear him on the phone still, talking to you through your agent."
Is that your cab?
Yeah, that's my cab. We coming in now.
You come in now. You have a friend for life.
We back you up. You hook me up big time.
And you also hear a voice over a loudspeaker from that other helicopter. You hear him say,
Hey, if you're coming to help that Japanese motherfucker, you better do a 180 and go right the fuck back to Night City. On the other hand, help me out and I'll make you rich. You hear a bunch of cackling on the phone. Or over the loudspeaker.
Switch looks over at Duger. Are we gonna get involved in this? I mean, I guess kind of have to if we're gonna use this guy.
Yeah, I don't want him to die. So, let's be heroes.
All right then. Starts strapping on her guns and slaps a spiked bat on her back.
Kind of puts a hand on her shoulder. He's like, be careful.
Cuervo's in the back. You hear this? Oh, fuck yeah! Let's do this! Fucking whips out his SMG. Tells the guy in the car, you might want to get out and run, motherfucker!
Alright, you guys want to kick this off?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, let me go. Give me 5 minutes to go take a leak real quick, okay?
All right,
I'll be
sounds
back.
good.
Cool. I'll be right back.
SWW hero.
Get some water real quick. Alright, I'm back.
Alright. You guys should be able to see this battle map here.
Where's the table
for weapons that shows what range is best. The difficulty at ranges.
It's in the book. The other way to do it is just to shoot your weapon and see.
Okay.
We're still on the train or the bus slide.
All right.
Well, that's a dope booster ganger.
Did anybody beat this game? The console or the computer game? Cyberpunk.
No, sir.
Yeah, I played it. It was pretty fun. All right, let me see here. Let me do some initiatives. You guys all want to roll initiatives?
Yeah. Get to the chopper.
I haven't found my token yet. Where am I on this?
You're at the bottom.
Oh, there we go.
I'm looking for me.
Over far left.
We actually get a +1 for combat awareness and +1 for the... What do we get from the Sandevistan?
I think the Sandevistan's +3. The Charismakov is 2.
So mine would be 4 above that. 19.
Is this a boost to everybody?
No, I think that's
No.
speedwear or something.
A solo thing? Oh, okay.
All right.
What is Switch?
She's solo.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry. Initiative?
Yep. Mr. Netrunner.
Shit, where am I? Oh, there am I. Hold on. Oh, fuck. Oh, wow. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I'm glad you got first. Well, not first, huh? Damn, Cuervo got up there.
Cuervo.
He's like,
Are all-
zing, zing.
You guys are all pretty high up there.
Cuervo, did you add the +1 to your reflexes for that?
I did.
Cool. Damn, I should take some of that. I've put
You're all
some,
gonna be addicted.
I put some points into it just in case I wanted to. Into the drug resistance.
Now, because I'm learning the system, before combat begins, I can use the solo combat awareness roll ability to designate stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I can divide the total points I have among a number of combat abilities. So does that mean like combat skills, like auto fire and shit?
No,
it's
no,
on
no.
your sheet. It's on your sheet.
Oh, okay.
They're very specific.
They're not huge
Under
bonuses.
combat awareness and some
Oh,
things
that's
cost
right. I
more than
remember.
others.
Yeah.
I found it.
Like to get a +1, it costs 3 points on your attack roll. +1 to your attack roll costs 3 of those.
All right, Cuero, you're up.
I'll wait. I'll go first and wait for everybody else while I figure out the combat roll. So yeah, he's like, let's fucking do this, yeah! And he fucking brings up his gun and he's let's see here. He's going to go. Let me check the old range here.
This helicopter is like 70 meters overhead, by the way.
Yeah, I won't be shooting at that.
Yep.
I was just checking the range of the SMG because I was going to shoot at the sniper.
And that helicopter doesn't.
Oh, the sniper's in. The sniper's in the helicopter.
Oh, he is? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
My mistake. Well then. So, Raul is not in the helicopter.
Nope. The only one it is the sniper. And there's probably a pilot.
We're gonna shoot at Raul Esteban.
$22 meters.
Oh, let me make sure my weapon's on auto fire. Hold on. Sorry.
You guys have luck too. Remember that. It refreshes every session.
All right, it's on auto fire, so I'm gonna shoot at him.
23. That'd be a hit. And he's 22. You only need a 15.
Yep, apparently.
So that exceeded it by quite a bit. And so you're it's going to be that times what? Times 3.
Yep.
So
I'll
30.
subtract ammo. I'll subtract ammo.
Oh man. That's a big hit there. What does that look like?
So not only is on a speed wear, but he's on extra speed, and he just goes like sprinting and does like a power slide into the little shanty, jumps up right away and snaps off a burst right into the first guy he sees.
Boom. He goes down, not all the way down, but it goes through his armor, and you just see blood spray up, and he just falls to his knees before, like, just trying to, like, crawl behind cover. Ah, the motherfuckers! They're heavily armed! They're heavily armed! Call for backup! And is he severely wounded? He might be. He might be severely wounded with that. That's the first auto hit in the game, I think.
I killed the cop with an auto fire.
Seriously wounded is 25. And he has 21 left, so he is seriously wounded, which means he gets negative, I think it's -2 to everything. Alright, Switch, you're up.
Does this helicopter look like it's got armament on it?
Yeah.
Okay. And also, how far can you move in a turn? What's that
Your
based
move
on?
stat.
You move stat.
Oh, there's a move stat.
Then if you run, it can be double that, I think.
And run
It uses your whole turn.
Yeah. Okay, 7.
Yeah. Yeah. Move action. Used to move, number of meters, / yards equal to move, times 2. It's times 2.
Okay.
Each square is 2 yards. Or 2 meters or whatever.
Alright, I'm gonna use my action to run to here. She probably couldn't really have gotten a good look at what was going on behind all this buildings and stuff.
You're running to there?
Yeah.
So you can move, if you're running, you can move up to 4 times your move.
Oh, up to 4 times?
Yeah, default is times 2 move.
Okay. Well, then I'm going... What is this? Is this just like a little bit of fencing? I'm gonna kind of just duck down behind this and take cover.
Yep. All right. Raul's turn. Yeah, Raul. Raul's. Yeah, bloody Raul.
Are these
moves
guys
to bear.
armored?
They look like they have leathers on. Raul is armored, yeah. The other guys have leathers, which is 4. And he's going to shoot at Cuervo. So 16 meters. So 16. Did he hit it? Yes, he did. It's a regular shot, so that is just 12 damage.
So 1 damage.
And your armor goes down by 1.
Yep.
What's it sitting at now?
It goes down to 10.
Didn't you get it bladed last game?
Oh, I don't know. How do you fix it in between games?
To pay.
How much? I would have fixed it.
I don't know. We'll figure it out next time. So it goes down to 10?
Yep.
All right. Marcus, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna run my scan.
All right.
So just a interface. Ooh,
Boom.
fuck yeah!
You see them both. You see them both. There's one. And the other one is in this trailer over here. Those are your 2 hot spots.
Fuck. Okay. And you said run is 2x of move, correct?
4.
Yeah, but I think I messed up because each square is actually 2 meters, so it's going to be that number of squares. So if your move is 4, you get to move 4 squares. If you run, it's 8 squares.
I see. Okay, sounds good. Thanks. That's my turn. Oh wait, hold on. One minute. Fuck. Sorry.
You can shoot at Raul or something. If you're not going to move.
No. No, I can't because I did my meet action.
Oh,
which
that
is
is an action. Yep, you're right.
1 minute. So you said eight squares, correct?
Yes, if you run, but since you use your meat spikes action, you can't run this turn.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna move here. So I'm just gonna move.
Yeah, like you slide up over that car or something. You move. Move behind cover there. Good.
Move behind cover there so that Raul cannot see me.
Yep.
And I'm ready for next time. Fuck yeah, baby. My turn. Done.
All right, Doper. The Doper. Doper runs and moves there. The hardened booster ganger. I think this guy does look like he might be looks like he has a little more armor. He's going to move. Here and here, and then he's going to shoot at Switch. Very heavy pistol.
Does my cover count?
He went around it.
Okay.
17.
I've got
you are
7 armor.
You are 10 away. That is enough to hit. So you have 7 armor, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So 2 gets through, and it's ablated by 1. And Duger, you're up.
Duger's gonna run. He sees kind of where they're coming from, and he is gonna run 12 total spaces. To right, well, if I go directly, it's 12. Right there. It's my turn. Running.
Low.
Alright, can you shoot and then run?
Absolutely. Or you can run, shoot again, or move rather.
Yeah, he's gonna fire a very heavy pistol right here. And,
8 squares?
that's the guy that shot at Cuervo, yeah.
Yep.
And then he's gonna move.
Ooh, 20.
11 damage. It's armor piercing too, so I think it blades by 2.
Yep. So his armor goes down to 8. He only does take 1 damage, but he's hurt bad. He's hurt real bad. He's still bleeding there. He just gets shot again. Where are you moving to?
Right up there. He gets behind the truck. Yeah.
Good. It's the Netrunner's turn. You can't see her yet, but she's right here. Since you guys have chosen to be on their side. She's going to she's hurt. Let me try something here real quick. Yep, she's hurt. She's hurt. You hear her kind of scream out from in this trailer. Brother! What did she say? Was it her arm or her leg last time? I forget what she said. Yeah, her arm. My arm! So one of these is going to activate. It's going to be one of these ground defenses. It's going to be the air drone that moves. And this air drone is going to move towards Raul. Hovering through the air, and it's going to shoot its very heavy pistol there at Raul. That's a hit. 14. 6 get through. The armor's down to 7. He's getting chewed up over here. The other defense, she calls out to Itoh. Tamiko! Brother! The rocket launcher is jammed! And it's his turn. You see him come out of the trailer as he looks very brave. Pops out of the trailer, heads to here, and he's going to shoot at Raul.
Everybody's jumping on Raul.
17, that's going to be a hit. 18 damage, that's a big damage roll. 18. He's going to take 11 of that. He's down to 3. And he comes right over your shoulder, Cuervo. You just hear this bam, bam, bam as he fires at Raul and just basically kills him. The Netrunner from the Blood Nation actually is going to use a move action to kind of... she has to scan too, doesn't she? Damn it.
So what are they doing right now?
He has to use meat actions, 11, so he's going to see one of these. Oh, she can only see the one that's far away. So she is just going to use her move action. Let me see what her move score is. Her move score is 4. So she can go 4 squares. She starts moving towards this hot spot. She can't see the one that Marcus could see up here on top. Pink Booster Ganger's turn. She's going to move here and shoot at Switch. 14. Is that enough? It might not be enough to hit her.
That range.
5 squares? Yeah, it is. So you take 12. I'll let you do your damage, and we're back to the top.
Take
Oh.
12. Is that ablated by armor?
Yep.
So did we establish Raul is dead?
Not yet. Almost.
Okay, well then in that case, I'm going to.
I forgot to roll initiative for this dude. That sucks.
He was high.
Just put him with the worst.
We'll put him in this round.
The worst one.
There he goes. He's in this round. Yeah, so he's circling around trying to get a bead on somebody, right? That's what you guys see. This helicopter's flying around top. Cuervo, you're up.
So Cuervo's first action is he's going to continue to unload on Raul. Ugh. Good roll, terrible freaking damage. Holy
That's
shit.
enough. That's enough though, because it's auto fire, right? Right? Or
Yep.
No,
That is auto fire.
that is not auto fire. It uses That used handgun.
What?
Heavy SMG. No. It
Auto
did
fire's a
use
different
handgun.
skill.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what to tell you about that. Because my auto fire is
Well,
6.
then it's too higher. It's 24.
That's 24.
Something wrong with the macro.
Still would have hit. Still would have hit. That's enough to kill him. Tell me what it looks like as you smoke Raul.
So he, as the guy over his shoulder starts shooting, he's like, "Fuck yeah, pour it on, buddy!" And he just fucking another ton rounds, and he just kind of like gets knocked up against the bus from the momentum or the energy of the bullets and collapses dead. And then with his second action, he just kind of pops down underneath, or takes cover by the shanty as he assesses the situation.
The switch, you're up.
She's gonna charge this guy.
Oh no.
And because she's gonna snick out her claws and see how this does. Because when you use a melee weapon, their armor they only get half their armor.
Yep. That'd only be 2.
So it's the same damage as a spiked.
Or are you,
so
are you doing?
I'll just-
Are you doing hardened or whatever?
Yeah.
A hardened guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still just has leather. He's just a little more HP, I think.
Anyway,
Yep.
so I'll use the spiked bat twice.
He's hardened.
It's the same thing as the claw. Well, I guess I can click on the rippers. And it's actually
Alright.
+1 because I have precision.
Damn.
So you got him. So it's 2d6 is 8.
Well, so that's 2 attacks. You get 2 attacks per round with those.
Oh, nice. So the first one is 6.
Mm-hmm.
That brings down his armor to 1. He would take subtract 2 of it. And that bring his armor down to 3. And he would, it's half the armor, he said, so he would take 4 damage. And then the second one, 8, so he would take 5 damage. And his armor would go down to 2. All right. What does that look like? So these things like claws you had installed?
Yeah, she runs forward. Now she's running, she kind of switches her SMG to her left hand and holds out her right hand, and snick, the claws come out, and she just kind of dives at him and goes for the neck. And I think it's probably pretty unexpected. This is a gunfight. And she's holding a gun, and so he's got like a shocked expression on his face.
You're like Black Panther.
Those claws dig deep.
Marcus, you're up.
Time to jack in, baby. So first night action, jack in.
You're jacked in.
What do I see on the lobby?
You all should be able to see this, right?
Yep.
Yep.
That's loud. Some of these sound effects in these modules it comes with are not that great. Yep, lobby. First thing, password.
Yep. So the next action is to load up my worm.
Okay.
And then the last one is run my back door, which is
DV6.
DV. Okay, yeah, perfect. So, sorry. Which is interface +2 because of the worm. And Marcus kind of like drops to a knee, kind of turns his head into thin air, and he kind of like moves his finger like as if he's opening a safe, and he's kind of like twiddling his fingers, and then he kind of smiles and he moves his hand around like as if he's spinning that big wheel and opening the safe door.
Got it. So as you do that, you automatically see you see her. You see the avatar of like an attractive Asian young lady, like in her mid-20s, like standing right next to you. But even in this virtual world, you see like pixels flowing from her left arm, like flowing out in like blood icons, and you kind of can hear her. A netrunner? Here!
Yes. Blaze is the name.
Are you with that fixer? What is his name? Pardon me. I'm bleeding out. Lolo?
I'm with Lolo. Or you can say Lolo's with me. Are you in need of assistance?
Oh, you could not have come at a better time. Do not mind my black ice. Efreet, Hellhound, stand down. You can see here. What would your name be?
Blaze, but you can call me B.
Blee. The net architecture is yours. Have at it.
And she reveals the whole thing to you, since you chose to go with her. And I'm just going to reveal it all, but you don't have to fight anything, fortunately.
Nice.
And you can move for free, but you're out of net actions, I think.
Yep, but that's fine.
But you can move within the net architecture for free. So basically, you have control of everything here. You do see a file here on level 2. That file is locked. That's not yours necessarily. But you can do everything else. And I think that's your turn unless you want to move again.
No, I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay where I am, and that's my turn.
You want to get closer? I think you have to get a little closer to the access point in order to access it.
Wait. It's this access point, right? So I'm six squares away.
Yeah, each square is
my...
2 meters, though.
Wait, so is 2 meters correct, or is it 1 meter correct? Like, so
one square is 2 meters, so I think you have to be within 5 meters, right?
I have to be within six squares or 6 yards.
Yeah.
6 meters or 6 yards, whatever.
Yeah, so that's within like 3 squares. Then, so yeah, that's fine. It's not a big deal. You just move yourself up into here.
Okay.
And you also are inside and have cover, which should be good. All right,
yeah,
dope.
So that's my turn.
Dope booster ganger. The dope booster ganger. Wow, let's see here. Does he have rippers? Let me see. Does. These booster gangers fall upon Switch like a pack of jackals, and he kind of moves around behind her and rips at her. $11. You can evade if you would like. I think you have to for melee. I'm guessing you'll beat that. switch.
I'm sorry, what?
You got attack, so it's an opposed system for melee.
Oh, okay, so I roll evasion.
Yep.
Looking for it. Yeah.
What's it look like as he misses?
Yeah, he's using his gun.
Rippers.
Oh, he's got rippers too. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, as she's clawing at him, she notices that he's got the same modification and kind of grimaces as they snick out and they dance around each other a little bit, but she, with her speedwear, is much faster and nimbler, and he just misses over and over, and just the air whooshes past her as he takes a couple strikes at her, and she grins at him and says, "You're going to have to be faster than that."
Hardened booster ganger. He has very heavy pistol and he shoots.
Now, how does that work when in melee?
Pistols you can use without penalties.
But you can use evasion.
Yep.
Isn't that
Yep.
right?
If your reflex is 8 or over, you can still use evasion, and that just reflects you're not dodging bullets, right? But you're anticipating
Yeah.
he's going to shoot and
Well,
getting out of the way,
you can
knocking his
always
arm out
do
of the
that
way.
if you're. You can always evade if your reflex is 8 or
Yep.
higher.
Okay, so I'm gonna use evasion.
He had to beat you in this system, so that is a miss. What's that look like?
Yeah, he pulls out his pistol. The guy, behind her is slashing at her, and he's trying to get a good shot at her as she's clawing at him, and it's just too chaotic, and he gets a bead on her, and then as she's almost just dodging something from the other guy, she moves enough that it just whiffs just past her ear.
All right. I know which one the sniper's going to go after. This helicopter is just overhead, and he looks down through his scope and he sees this ninja with her rippers out, just tearing up his fellow gangers. And he looks through his scope, and she's in melee, and he waits for an opening and he fires. If he fumbles, though, he's going to hit one of these other people. And 70 meters, fires at slip. 17 at 70
Can I
meters.
evade?
You can evade.
Do it, Slip. She's getting jumped on over there.
Use
Uh,
that.
no.
Use the luck.
A fail.
Luck.
It's a fumble.
No, shit.
Yeah, she totally didn't see that coming.
Yeah, so 18 damage. So what's your armor at this point?
It's
I'm
down
just gonna put-
3.
Is it 3?
It's down 3.
So you would be at 8 at this point.
Yeah.
So you would take 10 damage, and then it would go to 7.
Yep.
All right. What does it look like as you just get hit by a bullet? I don't know, hits your shoulder blade in the back.
Yeah, she's having fun dancing with these people over here, and one of the reasons she went into melee combat was she was hoping to avoid, the heavy ordnance from the helicopter, but she didn't count on them having a sniper, and she's getting ready to take a swipe when she gets feels that blow in the shoulder, and it, rocks her forward for a minute, and a look of shock passes over her face as she looks up at the helicopter. That's it.
All right. Duger, you're up.
Duggar moves up here, and he yells, "Get down!" And he's got a shell in his shotgun, so it's gonna hit everyone.
Fuck, they just got people up.
It's gonna hit everyone. I think the DV is 13 only. It's incendiary shell too, so.
Is it gonna hit switch?
Maybe if she doesn't duck. Okay, so it hits everyone who can't evade, but she can evade still.
Yeah, she sees him coming and nods and tries to evade.
Can she get a bonus for
Yes, perfect.
For the one?
She evades.
Nice.
Maybe
No.
they've done this
two?
before. Who knows?
Yeah, like he has a code word
Yeah.
or something, like fire in the hole.
So 19 damage, and if it gets through, they're on fire.
So which ones does
It
it
hits everyone
hit?
within 6 meters.
Holy shit.
So it hits everybody.
Damn.
Like in a cone or something?
It just says in front of you.
I think you could just aim at these two.
No, I wouldn't hit them all. She switch dodged just like I wanted her to. She evaded. You can evade shells.
I know, but like, how can you hit him, and him?
The
I guess
rules?
it's the explosive blast.
It's a
of
shell,
it.
so it's like it spreads out, right? It's like it would be like a cone kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll revisit that, but okay. Not saying you're razzing
No,
me,
I
but
mean that's just what it
seems weird.
says. That's just what it says. I'm just going by the rules. It's only 3d6 damage. Oh, my damage is wrong though. It's only 3d6 for this, so I can re-roll it because it just rolled it
Standard
automatically.
shotgun.
So it's 8 damage, unfortunately. Did it even hurt him?
Oh yeah, because they only have leathers. They only have leathers. So
If anything, so
So
take
this
8
one
damage,
would
and if
go,
any gets
so-
through, they take
3, 4. So this would make it 4. And this one this one would go down to 1, and he would take 7 or 6. And then this one would go. I don't think their reflex is 8 because I'm not going to roll dodges for all those people.
unless they. And so I moved.
No, they're not. There's reflexes is
2
6.
squares, so I'm gonna move another. I'm gonna move back 1.
3, so 8 minus 4. He would take 4. There you go, 4.
They're on fire too.
Okay. What does that look like as you pop up and they're on fire?
Yeah, so he pops out and he just says, "Get down!" And he just shoots from his hip, and these incendiary shells just blast across, everybody, and you just see him go on fire. And then he just like ducks back behind the camper with his last 2 meters. That's it.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Itoh, Tamiko. Tamiko, hearing his sister cry out in pain, he's going to run towards her. And that's him. Netrunner's hurt. Lolo, your turn.
All right. I think I'm gonna. Is this coverable? I mean, it's enough to get down behind, or
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say it's 5 points of cover.
okay. Yeah, he'll move over to there. I guess he'll take a shot up at that sniper.
That's 70 meters up.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah. Very heavy pistol.
I bet you there's something.
I don't even know if it has a
Marcus can do.
range that goes up that
I
high.
bet you there's something Marcus can do. You won't be able to hit him from that distance with the pistol.
Yeah, I think he'll just
Yeah,
keep
like he will be
running.
able to.
He'll follow Itoh if he can, and get in cover. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Making his way over there because he sees like Switch is getting attacked by a bunch of people.
Yeah. Pink Booster Ganger kind of sees this guy with the shotgun, and she turns towards him this time. Takes a couple steps this way, and
She's on fire. Remember
Yeah,
that?
she has to
she
take
is
an
on fire.
action
What is
to-
it?
to get herself out off fire or put herself out, or she takes 2 damage immediately.
Yeah, that's fine. She turns around just reflexively and shoots at you. 14. Ooh, 17 damage.
Let's see what my armor is. I think it's 14.
If you have a light
I
armor
do,
jack, it
it's
should be 11.
yeah, so I take 6 damage.
Blood Nation Netrunner. She's going to continue to run. Towards that hot spot. Cuervo, you're up.
Alrighty, let's see here. And if I run for the full turn, I can go 10 or double my move, correct? Otherwise, it's just 5 meters. Okay.
So you are so for example, your move
Is 5.
is 5. So you can move 5 squares at base. So if you run, it's 10.
I'm going to do 10. So yeah, basically he's moving right near where the rocket launcher is. That's 9 spaces. That'll be his full move.
All right. Switch, you're up.
All right, she's gonna go after this hardened booster ganger again.
He's only has a shred of armor left. 1.
And he's on fire.
Yeah.
I just mapped mine out. My move's 7, so it was 14 squares, correct?
Oh.
Didn't roll off the
Yeah.
sheet. Sorry. So let me roll the
That's-
damage.
It's still obviously a hit.
So that's 9 for the first one, and
That ablates the rest of his armor.
uh,
And 6.
No armor.
Yep.
On his turn, I'll take 2 damage too. So.
Yep. He's hanging by a thread, but he's bleeding out. Tell me what it looks like as you gouge him.
yeah, she turns her back on the chopper and just focuses purely on this guy and sweeps her claws toward him again and makes contact with flesh, yanks it out, does it again. Blood starts gushing out of his torso and starts gasping a little bit.
Marcus, you're up.
So Marcus moves in the net architecture towards the turret, the rocket launcher.
Yes.
And he tries to activate it and sees that it is jammed, like you said. So can I use my control to unjam it?
You can use your technical repair.
Technical.
Oh, no. You're in the architecture. Yeah, you can't use that. Yeah. You use your control.
Wait, you mean my interface control,
Yes,
right?
yes. Interface.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. You got it. It's unjammed.
And then can I use to attack with it this
You
turn?
can. Yeah.
Yeah. So Cuervo is next to the rocket launcher, and you would hear like, and it's kind of moving and trying to target, and then suddenly it goes, and then the rocket launcher starts moving up and looks at the chopper, and Marcus, so you can, whoever's nearby, close to the trailer would hear, "It works! It works! My phallus works!" And he now starts like air humping, like he's like actually sitting on top of the avatar of the rocket launcher, and he's like riding the rocket launcher, air humping within net space as he keeps sending rocket after rocket towards the chopper.
Roll me a D10 plus 14.
Oh yeah.
That's obviously a hit. Let me roll I'm gonna roll a rocket launcher attack, just so I can see the ranges here. I'm guessing that's going to hit though. That's pretty good. This is just for the range. So it's 70. Yep, you needed 20. So what does it look like as you blow this thing out of the sky?
Yeah, and so it's like if you guys have played like Unreal Tournament where you kind of load those rockets in a circle, you hear like as this thing keeps loading, and then it sends like about 2 to 3 rockets out at the gunship, like each rocket swirling in the air, smashing it. It works.
Yeah, and it comes to the ground like over here, just everybody else is just buffeted by this wave of shrapnel and heat as it explodes and falls down outside the camp.
And that's my turn.
You have one more net. One more.
I
net
have one
action.
more net action. Fuck yeah! I forgot about that. Sorry. No, wait. I have 2 more net actions.
Well, you unjammed it and then you shot.
I unjammed, shot it. So that's it actually. Because I can only use one control in a given turn. So
Okay.
I'm only next turn I'm gonna go for the spider drone. So
Got it.
I'll just move down into the architecture.
Hell yeah.
Dope booster ganger.
Takes 2 damage.
Yeah, it takes 2. Well, he's getting pretty low. He's gonna put himself out.
That's his action.
But he still takes the
Yep,
2, I
it
think.
You take it at the beginning of your turn, and then you can put it out.
Yeah. So he's like patting himself down. It's hard to do with his claws out though.
Don't want to count myself.
He's like running around, and eventually the flames go out.
He also takes 2 damage.
Yeah. Tell what's like as he he runs off. Because he only had one left. He
burns to death. So Switch cuts him up. He starts to run, and then his clothes are on fire, and he's like that guy that's on fire running away, and then just falls into the dirt.
Actually, for role-playing purposes, give me a Switch. I want you to give me a... is it humanity? Yeah, humanity roll.
What's that under? Oh, I guess I just roll off the sheet.
Let me see if there's a humanity. Therapy, blah, blah, blah. I forget. There's something you roll to see if you lose humanity.
You mean like...
I see the humanity therapy button there on your sheet.
Yeah. But I don't.
Just role play it. That's fine. Let's role play it.
Okay.
You might be almost triggered, just go fucking berserk, right? Because there's helicopters exploding. There's 2 people on fire on either side of you. The other one has claws out. Another one's shooting at your daddy figure. And then there's a rocket launcher just launching shit into the air.
Yeah, with her speed wear too, her head is just just constantly looking in all these different directions, trying to keep track of what's going on. Her breathing's really rapid. Her heart rate's up. The indicator bars on her arm are creeping into the red. But she watches this booster ganger run away on fire. She's kind of grinning and jumping up and down on the balls of her feet. Yeah, run away, motherfucker! And turns to the guy behind her and brandishes the claws and says, "You're next, bitch!" There's this light manic gleam to her.
Yeah, I don't have time to reload. That's a full action, right? So like, okay, well, I'm gonna shoot her with my shell again then, if I gotta. She takes 2 damage, by the way. Immediately. It's not the correct. Damage is not correct, but that's a hit. Damage is...
Why is it showing 5d6?
Because I'm running off the sheet, and when you shoot a shell, it does 3d6, not 5d6. That's still very good.
16.
So she takes,
that kills her.
Total of 8.
Yeah.
She's on
'cause
fire,
her
and then he
chin
just
on the left.
levels his shotgun with one arm a bit out to the side and just right in the chest, and she just goes flying straight back onto the ground.
Ito's turn. Is he going to be able to reach his sis? I think he will. Almost. Yeah. He comes up outside the trailer and starts trying to pull his sister out. You can see her now in meat space. She gets jacked out. It's her own net architecture, so she doesn't take any damage. And you guys can see her pulling. You can see Tamiko pulling out this female form out of the trailer, and her left arm below the elbow is just severed and charred from that explosion earlier. Lolo, you're up.
All right. I was gonna move to there. Who's that right there?
Blood Nation Netrunner.
All right. He's gonna take a shot.
That's a hit. 12 damage.
And armor piercing.
Boom. That knocks her almost on her ass. Was that like?
Yeah, Lolo, he's been running, trying to get over there, and missiles flying out of the stack over here by where he's running past. He ducks down for a second, shocked. That he didn't even know that thing was there. And then the fucking helicopter explodes, and he runs and sees that Netrunner making her way towards Switch. So he takes aim, and he stops, and he just fires a shot into her chest. And, she falls back onto a knee. That's it for me.
It's her turn this time, and she kind of looks at everything that's going on, and she actually kind of turns around, and she starts running back towards the. She starts running back towards the buggies. Cuervo.
Alrighty. I'm going to shoot at the dope booster ganger as the Netrunner takes off, kind of lines up after the rockets get discharged from the pod, and he goes to finish off the last one. That Switch seems to be handling herself just fine, but might as well help finish him off.
Yeah, still using her handgun. So that would be 2 more, so that'd be a 24.
Well, the reflex should be 9, not 10, and auto fire should be 6. So that's what, +1, so it's 23.
Why is it... Is it not pulling off of your sheet?
I don't know.
What is your handgun? Is it 4?
No, my...
Oh, your reflex is 9 on your sheet.
He doesn't
Yep.
have handgun.
I don't
4
know why
either.
it's...
It's pulling somebody else.
Are you rolling off your sheet or off the macro?
Off the macro.
Selected. Should be pulling off yours. You have your token selected.
Oh yeah, yep.
I'm just gonna do it. See what happens when I roll it. I wonder. I don't know. I don't know where it's getting that 10. It makes no sense to me. Nobody has it. Not even the NPC. I was wondering if it's pulling it from the target.
Is that just giving it 1 more point?
Well, his handgun
Would it be a
is wrong
21?
too, I think. Because it should be auto fire anyway, but it's pulling handgun. It's like, are you sure the token is pointing to the right attributes? Or not the token, but
Yep.
the macro.
Everything on this token. Yeah, it just uses selected.
Yeah. But is it pointing to auto fire?
Even if it didn't, it doesn't make sense why the reflex would be wrong. Unless he's added another +1 on top of it. When it's asking you to add a plus,
It doesn't ask me to add anything.
doesn't ask you anything. Yeah, it shouldn't for that. I don't know. We'll fix it. I'll try to figure it out. It really does slow things up if you have to roll from sheet. I figured out, but that does hit him. So what'd you say? 12 damage?
No,
12.
mine is 9 times 3, so 27.
Oh yeah, that's gonna kill him. That's gonna kill the doper, the dope sniffer.
Yeah, as the doper's facing off with Switch, he just kind of shakes as his back just gets peppered with rounds and collapses to the ground. And Cuervo's got like a manic smile as he's like, yeah.
Beavis and Butthead.
All right, Switch, your turn.
She was getting ready to take a swipe at this dope booster ganger when his head kind of explodes and he falls down. And she looks a little disappointed. She turns around and starts looking for other targets.
Tugger's like, get the net runner. Points at the net runner fleeing.
Okay. She nods and she'll... let's see how far away she is.
You might be able to get there. Get her with melee.
10 meters. Or 8 meters for you.
What's your move?
Yeah. I can only run 7. So...
Yeah, you can get there. You can get
It's
there.
5 scores.
Okay. Well... She'll run over there and... grab her. Try to kill her.
You can grab people. You can grab people and use them as meat shields.
Yeah, you
if you only-
can.
Yeah, I mean, she's the last one left. I'm just gonna let her do whatever you want with her at this point.
Oh, well, she
Yeah.
grabs her and just starts shredding her.
So is that pulling your right skills off? 8, 6, and your precision would be 1.
Yeah.
You kill her
I think so.
if you want to. You can.
Well, she was not told to do anything else, and she is kind of in combat mode, so she's just swinging those claws at her over and over, and she eventually stops, kind of breathing hard, and stands up from where she'd been, kind of kneeling on the ground, and looks at her hand, which is covered in gore, and the woman who's almost unrecognizable, and she kind of shudders, and blank look crosses her face. She turns around and looks at SW.
You alright?
I'm fine. She was bad, right? We were supposed to take her down.
Yeah, she was bad.
Okay. She wipes her hand off on her pants.
Yeah, he just kind of looks to the side and kind of throws the shotgun over his shoulder and he's like, come on. He looks at Cuervo. He's like, there's buggies over there. We're going to need them to skedaddle.
Cuervo's kind of coming over. He's like, still, you can tell he's hopped up and he's changing out into a fresh mag. And he's just like, man, is anybody else's dick hard right now? Damn. And he's like, oh, what? Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, buggy. Yeah, I can drive. Let's do it. Let's go.
Get it
Let's
ready.
go.
Get these Arasaka fucks out of here.
That's bull-ready, motherfucker. And he just kind of like starts jogging off over to the buggy.
As you're saying that, from the other side of the battlefield, Marcus steps out of the trailer. My dick is so hard right now! Did you all see it work? I fucking took down that chopper all by myself.
That was you?
Fuck you, Night CDPD. That was me, baby.
Oh. She looks impressed. Not bad.
Lolo walks over to Itoh, who's probably, I guess, taking care of his sister, at the time. And he says, well, is she gonna be okay?
Yeah, yes. She lost an arm, but she will not complain much. Getting it replaced with a sidearm will be probably to her liking. But she does not have long if she is not stabilized. You must get her to a hospital. Quickly.
All right. Nice to meet you.
Me too.
I look forward to doing business with you.
Hi. Yes, what did they say? In America, the cavalry has arrived. But yes, we must get out of here, quickly! Into the car! We talk biz there.
Lolo would jump in.
Yeah, I think we're going in buggies or whatever.
Yeah. So like, you guys all get in the buggies and like you're heading out. Obviously, the Itoh brothers and sister, they know you guys don't want to be involved in this, but she needs to get to a hospital too.
We can drop them off.
So, yeah, you can drop them off, but you gotta get the payment. And Itoh says, "Now, by my watch, we have 10 minutes before we get to the outskirts of Night City, and I dare say you do not want to be involved or have your face on any cameras. Am I right in saying this?"
No shit.
You hear like just further explosions behind you as that like helicopter starts to light that shanty town on fire, and it starts to explode. Maybe there's some buried propane or whatever.
Your payment will be given to you directly, Lolo. Now, where are the files?
Where's the money? I'm not giving you anything until our bank account's ringing.
Not as trusting as Greece, I see. Very well. We have only just met. It is expected. Ah, there we go.
He punches a few buttons on his agent, and Lolo, you see you've just been wired 18,000 eddies.
Lolo tries to contain his happiness and just tries to remain cool when he sees the money come in.
There's 18,000.
Yeah,
Hopefully
yeah,
I
that's
didn't
what you
misspeak
said.
with it. Right, yeah. That's
Does
what
Lolo say anything?
He looks over to Duger and nods.
Duggar says, "Pass me it over minus your share." And he'll
do that.
Send you like his bank account. He's got like Duggar would have like all kinds of burner bank account, where it wouldn't be very easily traceable, obviously. And he sends one of those that he can quickly withdraw from, and so once he sees the 15, he nods and says, "Blaze, give it to him."
Certainly. And Blaze kind of from his coat pocket pulls out a couple of memory sticks. Here you go.
Hold on, I need to decide something real
Itoh-san.
quick.
Oh, sure.
Duggar puts a shotgun up to the Arasaka corpse head and pulls the trigger.
Oh,
Oh, I wish he would have waited.
Oh no, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You can interrupt. You go ahead. You go ahead.
I don't know if this would like happen at the same time or not, but because like Lolo would be like, perhaps we should talk about some extra payment for helping you out back there, huh, Chum?
I think
was
that
gonna-
can be arranged, and he's about ready saying that
Oh shit!
when you pull the trigger.
Yeah, Duggar just plasts his head on the back of the buggy, and then turns over to the Netrunner and just nods to Switch.
yeah, the Netrunner has
He's already bleeding out.
who's already bleeding out. Yeah, Switch just kind of does the whole grabs her from behind and does the snaps her neck.
Duggar smiles and says, "Marcus, please destroy that."
Marcus is just standing there because he was closest to Itoh, handing the memory stick over, and you turn to say that to Marcus, and all you see is Marcus's face and entire upper body just covered in blood, brain material, and just human remains, and he's just standing there and kind of blinking into like empty space.
Yeah, Duggar just reaches over and grabs it from him if he's like stunned.
Yeah. Marcus is just stunned. He's just standing there.
Yeah,
not
he
even gonna resist.
takes
And he
it
kind of, when you
puts
say
his
that, he
boot
goes like,
onto it
huh?
and just crushes it.
What? Why? What the fuck?
You think I would fuck over Militech? Come on.
Oh shit!
Don't worry, you're getting paid.
Okay. But Duggar, this is gonna get out. We need to cover
How's
this.
it gonna
If people
get
find
out? They're
what happened,
dead. They got
What the
killed
fuck,
by
dog?
gangers,
News.
nomads. No problem.
Oh shit, man!
Lucky day. Lucky day, boys.
We need to put the bodies back over there.
Yeah,
then.
swing back. You alright there, Cuervo?
Fuck, man.
That's fucking hilarious. He just goes back to zoning out.
Turn the car around. Like,
He stops and like puts it in reverse. Oh yeah. Bodies. Forgot. Yep. Let's do that. Let's dump those fucks. We got paid, right?
got paid.
Okay, then who gives a shit? Let's go.
Shit.
We'll turn on the radio music.
Yeah, he just cranks it up, the reggae. Dude, this shit is my fucking jam, man. And he's kind of like stops and over by the crashed helicopter and everything, and just like grabs the legs and roughly pulls out the body.
So that air drone and Spider is still kind of milling around a little bit, looking at you guys.
We need to take that out.
Take him out? You mean take him?
Blaze, do something about
Yeah,
that.
Marcus will jack back into the net architecture, and he's going to copy the files that he saw there. I can run some rolls if you want. And he's going to run the control.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I guess this is where the shit can actually go, right? Let's see.
Yeah, depending on how good your virus is and stuff you leave to destroy it.
No. Can't we just pull it? Like, can't I just control it, bring it down to the ground, and take it over for ourselves?
Oh yeah, you can take it. You can take it.
Yeah, let's do that. So, my first control, fuck yeah, 14 plus 8.
That's pretty good. Yeah, you think
So
you can do everything you want to.
Yep. So I basically bring the two drones down, and we kind of like lash it to the buggy, and then I pull the files out of that net architecture. And you guys can see like Marcus is sitting there like cross-legged next to the thing, and he's like moving his hands all over, and he's like furiously air typing, and then he seems to be like yanking wires out and plugging it back into like kind of like those old school telephone switch operators. Yeah, I got it. And then he goes like, he kind of hammers what looks like an enter key, and you see these drones kind of, and this is seriously some impressive shit as he's just completely dismantling all of their defensive drones and bringing it down to ourselves. And then eventually he just jacks out. Now that's what I'm talking about. Not only did we make some money, we also got some drones as our own backup.
As Lolo's dragging Ito's body over towards that helicopter, he's like, "Fucking Duga, man! What the fuck, man? I was just about to score some major eddies on top of what we get paid."
Twitch is really quiet, but she's carrying the body of the woman out to of the vehicle, and puts her on the ground next to her brother, and she kind of brushes the hair back from her face and looks at the woman on the ground for a minute before returning to the car.
Does Lolo see that?
I don't know why he wouldn't.
As Marcus is doing his thing, Cuervo kind of leans in to whisper to Lolo, and his knees kind of bounce. He's like, "Would it be like weird if I took all the nomads' guns and you could like sell them for more medicine?"
I think we should probably leave them here, man.
Damn it, you're probably right. Fuck.
But maybe we could take some. A little bit.
Don't get greedy.
Says the motherfucker that just killed these two yahoos.
We gotta make this look bad, man. Like, this body's gotta look fucked up. Not like a shotgun kill.
I'm sorry, did the fucking crashed helicopter not make it look fucked up enough?
Let's burn him in the helicopter or
That's
something
good enough.
underneath
It's
it.
good enough. They're not gonna figure this shit out. We just gotta get out of here. He takes his
Fine.
cigar and starts smoking it. He looks very satisfied with himself.
Lolo will throw Ito in
Is
the
your name
fire.
Hannibal
That's
from the A-Team?
exactly what I was thinking of. Exactly. I love it when a plan comes together, boys.
Unless there's anything else, we'll
Yeah, Duggar would send 3K to Blaze and
end it.
Cuervo.
Alright, I can go through and pay you guys. Alright. Alright. Cuervo gets 3K.
Lolo, Cuervo, and Marcus get 3. That's 8. And that gives 10 for me and Switch. I'll give her 3. And I'll keep 7.
Alright, Lolo gets 3,000. Ching. Duger, how much you get?
Let's see. So there's 3 of them, 12. I get 6. I mean, 4 of them, 3. Yeah, I get 6.
All right, chooms, I gotta go.
Have a good one.
Later.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good game, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I gotta get going too here. I hear something going on upstairs.
You guys are getting rich.
Just a time to, we gotta take out Grease real quick, so that's the only loose end, and then we're golden.
Word spreads fast.
Oh,
Yeah,
Duggar would
that's
immediately
starting to
call
dilute
his
things.
goons and tell them to go whack Grease. His Militech guys.
Nice.
Hey, where do you make a note of these IP, the IP points?
Well, I think this is like improvement points.
I see.
50-50. This sounds like 100 one, like 100 session. So 100 for this one.
Nice. Just post it in chat as well, so slip and.
Yeah.
And I have a question. I'm assuming on that handout, you need to hit one level before you hit the next level, correct?
Yeah.
Right? Like
Oh,
I can't save.
No, yeah, right.
No. Yeah. Okay, just making sure. So, okay, sweet. I'm just going to go after rank, man. So if I want to increase my interface rank, I need to just, like, from 4 to 5, I need to pay 300 IP, right? That's what basically it stands for.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the table and see, but that sounds about right.